Hello, hello, Inter 1 students. In this class, we're going to talk about the part of the book which we used during our lessons in Unit 1B. Let me share the book with you. It's right here. It talks about families. Well, we had a little video, a very nice video, to introduce the questions of families. And then we spoke about this. It's very, very interesting, right? A father and a parent, right? A mother and a stepmother. What difference does it make in each one of them? And we had a good time. Okay, I was quite impressed because most students knew exactly what the difference was, right? So you have it here. Right? Later, you check it against your book. Yeah. All right. So very well. So these were the answers, and students were very, very good at it, and I really liked it. Okay, then we moved on, and there's a listening which talks about the statistics of British families. So students had to get these numbers, and as the listening went on, they had to put the numbers into the boxes, right? So there are many boxes, and those numbers, the percentages and etc., they were put into their right place. And there was, well, some of these statistics are quite sad, like 17% of people, right? Let me put the answers here so you can check if you didn't see the class, right? Right here. So the first number is 14%, then 45%, 40%, and we talked about Brazil, which the numbers are quite the opposite. Okay, 30 and 32. All right, and then you have 10%, 17%, and number 2, okay? The average family has 2 rows each day. And we talked about this, it was so funny. So, oh my goodness, in my family, there are more rows, okay? Rows is like discussão, right? You say, oh my goodness, what a family. But again, families are families, and they are very special. Later on, we talked about, we heard, okay, there are 3 pieces of listenings here, and they're quite interesting. We also talked a little about the attitude of each one of the characters here. Right, these are the answers. Please check the answers. Right, so conversation 2, conversation 3, and conversation 1. This was very nice, so sweet. And then over here, there are parts of the conversation that the student had to write as they listen. And here you've got the answers. All right. Well, let me zoom out. Later on, we didn't talk about pronunciation here, but students went to the breakout rooms again, and they talked about these topics which somehow express the future. I should say for you to take a look at the class about the grammar in this unit. All right. Well, over here, there's this text about how birth order influences your personality, which is a very interesting thing. I never thought that people would mind this kind of peculiarity, but after all, okay, somebody said, okay, birth order influences your personality. And they said, okay, if you are the firstborn child, if you're the oldest, or if you're the last one, okay, this makes a lot of a difference in your life. So this was homework. They read about it, and then there are some questions about the reading. We talked about this, say, okay, are you the youngest? Are you the oldest? Are you an only child? And the people say, okay, I'm an only child. And they say, okay, and what about these characteristics? What about these features? Do they match your personality? So we had a very nice talk about that. And these are the answers. Okay, the first characteristics there, the first personality traits are for the youngest child, and the second, the oldest child, and so on. It was very, very interesting. If you haven't read the text, I advise you, do read this text. Quite easy, quite nice. Look at the rebellious here, the youngest one. And after that, we also talked about this couple here. And we talked about, let me put the answers. If opposites, okay, in terms of personality, if they match. So we had a little collective discussion, and it was very profitable. I really liked it, right? Oh, if you are extroverted and your partner is shy, can you somehow match, right? So some characteristics do match, but others don't. Well, each person thinks in a different way, and that was really, really nice. Okay, after that, oh, these these sentences or fragments, they were to be put over here as part of the listening. So it was homework, right? Over here. Okay. Oh, I can't see them. Well, that's life. Let's move on. Okay, read the articles again and complete it with, it is exactly the reading, right? Because the reading has some incomplete parts. Look here. Number 1 is letter H. Number 2, letter C. 3, letter A. Number 4, letter B, E, F, D, and G. Okay, so those sentences are to be somehow inserted into this text. Okay, I got a little lost. It's life. After that, we had this listening, right? 2 stories. James's story is so sad, and Marilyn's story not so much. Right? But then we talked a little about this after the listening piece. All right, let me zoom out again. Okay, well, this was it for unit 1B. Right, that's what we worked with in the classroom part of the book. Okay, thank you very much. See you next class.